Need to get more tissue for the house. Boom, boom, boom. I wanna text my friends so bad. Oh, I wanna text them so bad. Um, cause about the project I'm working on. Y'all already know the project I'm working on. The rug purse, bro. Oh, I'm very grateful. Man, this came at a very good time. Man, shit is never linear. This shit is just always Cucamonga off the rails. Let me put my charger up or plug it in. I usually have it with me in the kitchen in the morning. My phone is always like dead by the morning. Oh, it's good. I'm gonna buy the tissue. I don't know what is going on. If anybody, well, first of all, I'll say good morning, chat. If anybody has like ideas or pointers on how to store your mail, like especially as a business, I have family mail that needs to be saved, and I have like need to sort the business mail of like important documents. I have a filing cabinet. If you didn't see, this is really random. Months ago, I did a review. I liked these eco little filing things, and like they extend. They were really cute. I'm like, I'm thinking of getting some more. They're way sturdier than like the paper ones you can get. So they're damn, I got a lot of boxes. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Holy sheet. Remember that was good. I have so many boxes. You guys, check out my review videos. I did a review video. Namaste. On the new water filtration system. So I'm going to be trying that out today if you're interested. My life is not good. Man, I feel that going through the storms. I hate that. There's so many storms and then like they're never expected. And I just want to be the human out there for people that are going through stuff because I be going through my own shit too. I don't ever want people to feel like on this channel that their emotions and their situations are invalid. And when people try to hurry up and give you a solution, I just want to be for support for people who may need that. So if there's something you want to share, message me about. I just want to hold space. That's like my entire existence. Holding space for people. I don't like being around people. You tell them you going through something and they gonna try to give you a solution. Well, I would have did this. Everybody's situation is different. And it can't be handled the same way as you would in your head, you know? So being more human as a person is just holding space. And like that is the journey of what yoga has taught me over literally the last decade. Thank you for the like. Oh yeah. I can only guide through yoga and allowing people to process their own emotions like as a traumatic or trauma informed therapist that I am. I don't want to give you a list of things you need to do, but for me, distance may be the solution. Distance, no contact. I've had to do that before, but um I am not the all-knowing source. One, see, like you can learn from everybody. I had a student in my Reiki teacher training. Everyone was coming to get certified. I teach Reiki trainings. We'll get into the chakras in a moment because I do help people understand like chakras and things like that. For those that don't know, chakras in English translates as spinning vortexes. You have like 7 of them. You even have ones like the little meridians in your hands, and there are other connecting points. But the main ones are the, that rainbow. When you see like just Google it, you'll see the person meditating or something, and they got like the rainbow chakras. When you have an imbalance, your chakras are spinning in a counterclockwise direction. But when you're in balance, your chakras start to spin. I'm sorry, counterclockwise, imbalance, clockwise when they are in balance. And I don't want to confuse people. But that's what a chakra is. And that's how you are receiving, transmuting energy, transferring energy through your being and to others, and grounding in nature. You can have like a good transition of chakra energy. What do they say? Just an energy exchange with somebody through conversation. You could be walking past somebody, or sometimes it could be like a negative, um, you know, s- transfer of energy, and then all of a sudden you're in a bad mood. Really be protective of your energy. Winter is nice, but winter is also the time where I feel like the heaviest energy is out. You know, before I get into all of that, you know, being in areas that don't get a whole lot of sunlight, the big D word. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I have to censor myself, but people go through that big D word during the cold winter months because they're not getting a lot of sun, so their energy is going to be off. So that's why I say be mindful and protect your own energy. Um, Thank you for subscribing. Warm and welcome back. We'll have to see you next. Uh, what is tomorrow? Thursday? We'll have to see you on Thursday. I don't tolerate crap. That is true. You can bring the horse to the water, that whole thing. What's up, everybody? I had to just do distance though. Um, because how are you going to take care of others if you can't take care of yourself? If these people are draining your energy, you feel like there's an attack on your mental, spiritual well-being, whatever it is, then those people don't need to be in your life. And that's like a grown people decision. People be like, "Oh, that's your mom. Is this your brother? That's your sister. That's your grandmother." Okay, but if that person is not contributing positively to your life, because you get how many lives do you get? This ain't no video game. You get one life, and you're going to live it through misery because they might be the cause of the situation. But if you eliminate the cause and your life starts to turn around and be better, maybe that was the energy you needed to get rid of. And like, that's what I get it. When they say what your mid 20s is when your frontal lobe finally develops and you think, well, aren't these people supposed to love me forever? Sometimes you just don't get the right family. If we're going to be like all up, like, I ain't even trying to get into that whole conversation. Sometimes you just don't get the right family, and you got to make the right family. So it is what it is. I don't practice Kundalini energy. I practice Reiki and Reiki energy work. What is going on? I hope I'm answering questions. What's good, doodoo cheeks? We'll see you later. So yeah, just be mindful of your energy. Protect, your energy. Um, what's good? Mindful here too. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. People can share what they want to share, but don't overshare. We want to be mindful of internet safety and things like that. A private message, you can private message me. But we want to respect the people in this chat, in this live, and we want to respect the creator because you chose to join this live. You know what I mean? So I'm not here for that, because you will get tenfold or whatever you give out. in this chat. You want to be nasty, you will get tenfold back from me. I don't be like ignoring the negative comments because it's just like what possessed you? What negative energy is attached to you where you needed to belittle somebody else? Where are you falling short in life? Well, I gotta make this other person feel bad online because I'm feeling bad. That's an internet troll. That's an internet bully. Some people just wanna, share. Something's been on their mind, and I want to keep that as a safe space. But I'm gonna go after the trolls. That's 100. I'm gonna keep it 1. There we go. Okay, but what's good? Welcome to the live. I'm very grateful. My friend messaged me last night and they said they want to get a custom rug. And it literally came in the nick of time. It is taking so long. I work with medically challenged children, just going through a lot, kind of like in and out of the hospital, and like doing yoga and stuff with them. But it just sucks going through insurance. This is what one thing I don't like how the world works with the money exchange. Um, it's easier for me to give you my money, but why does it take 2 to 3 days or whatever it may be to give me my money back, to deposit my money? It's always easy to do a transaction, but not to do a deposit. I don't like that. And my example is Square. So I had a market on Saturday. Why did I have to wait until Monday for you to give me my money? It pulled from my customers' cards super fast. You know what I mean? I don't like how the way money is set up. The money exchange is just annoying. So there's been a delay with that. So I'm really grateful that this commission came in because it's something. God damn, it's been hard. I'm grateful for the positive people in this chat that be chilling with me. Yeah. This gonna be tight. So I feel like I'm in better spirits today. I need to stop at the craft store once um, the invoice is paid, and I'm gonna be making like a Naruto rug for my friend. I'm also grateful there's this market I wanted to do, and like finances just have been horrible. Like you know what's going on. For those that don't know, I am a small business. I'm a fiber artist. I make rugs. I make custom clothing. I make home decor, and it's all made by hand. Like I don't outsource or do any of that. And I'm also a yoga instructor, a yoga teacher. Um, so I do privates, classes, all that stuff. It's just been like really slow. Um, that's another reason why I don't like the winter. I try to embrace the change. Like winter is always like remembering stillness and slowing down, which I don't like to do because, hey, the modernized world does not stop. But like instinctively, as humans, we should be slowing down in the winter, but they have capitalized every last drop in this world. It's hard to remember or to think about slowing down. So that's always seems to be my test in the winter. Can I slow down? So today's live, we will be working on a purse. I finished the 2 side parts of the purse. I'm making a rug purse. So now I'm not working on the edge anymore either, so it'll be a little bit easier. I'm gonna make chili. Youngala. What are you saying? Are you trying to be snarky and the keyboard got to you? Eating food is demonic. Bathing yourself is demonic. Going to school is demonic. We can say stupid things together. It's the perception. No rebuttal. And that's what I mean. Boy, find me so. Look at that. Boy, find me so. You remember that from Jackie Chan? Is your name short for succubus? Yeah. What a weird person. What a weird existence. What a weird person. Why are you here? C said, don't start with me, but you already start. You drive me crazy. You ain't got no car. Yeah. That's the song Succubus. We had to give him a little, what is it, signing off song or farewell song. See you later. There's still a cherry. That's crazy. See, boy, don't start with me. When he start. That's not my name. That is not my name by a long shot. What they say? They call me hot. They call me Stacy. It ain't the same. That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me quiet girl, but I'm a liar. Don't mean your Lisa, always the same. That's not my name. Oh goodness. Nah, Jay, I still can't tell if it's like being a troll. Yeah, you missed the notification. I was like, where is Blizzard? It's all good. Okay. I'm gonna be making some chili. Because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to go to the grocery store. I gotta go to the. What is this? What are you saying? Thanks. Okay, so I did finish. Let me put y'all. Let's get fancy. I did finish. I gotta redo this scarf, bro. I finished another circle, so we have the ends of my purse done. I'm making a purse. Do this slow. I finished. I don't remember what I finished in the live yesterday, but then I finished all of this in one sitting, and that was a lot. So these are the sides of the purse. I know they look like ornaments. My vision is to have the straps of the purse connect on the side. So I'm gonna save some extra fabric so I can wrap it and loop a strap. So that's what this little part is. That's what we got going on. What's up? This is what it looks like from the front. I'm gonna need to do some plucking. Yeah, you can compliment somebody on their looks, um, which is fine. What they said, I'll allow it. Okay. Yeah, I got some plucking to do. I was like really trying to get that done. It's on a very fragile end of the frame. It's not. Oh, it's not very well enforced, so it was just kind of hard to do that. I was like, I was already over it. It was almost 9:30. I did this for like an hour and a half. Now we're gonna work on the actual body of the purse. It's gonna be a black and white purse. So I've been telling people just imagine the Cartoon Network logo. Okay? That's the whole vibe of this purse. It's gonna be Cartoon Network, and my whole thing is flowers. And I tell people, jokingly but so serious, if you like cows and you like flowers, then you're gonna love my stuff. You're gonna love my shop. You're gonna like the way you feel. I guarantee it. So yeah, that's my song though. Yeah, yeah. Mm. I don't know why this popped off. Said, boy, don't start with me, but I already start. How can you drive me crazy? You ain't got no car. Hold up. I'm about to check the chat. Hang on. We don't gotta be racist. Like, that's crazy. We don't have to be. Cow and chicken is already the vibe. See, now I feel like y'all are on my wavelength because cow and chicken has already been a thought. Or, as my grandmother in law would say, this was already a pimple in the eye. Looking ass. I already have ideas for doing some cow and chicken stuff. I can't tell you. I can't tell you all the sauce. I'm trying to read the chat. What kind of coin purse? No, this is not going to be a coin purse. I'm making a barrel bag. There's not enough barrel bags. Like, I'm like looking in the stores. This is what I mean. And now having the skills to do this, I'm all self-taught with the work that I do. All of the rugs, I didn't go to no school to do this. The only training I did was through yoga. Become a yoga teacher, sound therapist, somatic therapist, Reiki teacher. Those were all certificates I did. But for like my artistic side, I already knew. I'm not even like saying it like that, but I'm like, I already knew. Like when I first started out as an artist as a kid, I was just doing like colored pencil stuff, and then I branched to Prismacolor pencils and oil pastels, and like that's all I did in high school, and I painted a little bit. But I kept the style of dot painting. I like dot painting and adding texture to my paint. So that's how I paint a lot of like my recent art that I've done. But anyway, that's the one skill I kept. But everything else, like I learned how to do embroidery myself. I learned how to do punch needling. I learned how to make rugs myself. I need to finish this. I learned how to make pom poms myself. I'm making a wreath right now. I wound all of these pom poms up. Well, go check out confidentialgoods.com. I'm telling you, I would appreciate it so much. I just want to share my art with people and, have some cool art for people to have in their homes or even just to wear some cool stuff. But it's all about like nostalgic stuff. We did like a plankton rug. I got a Courage the Cowardly Dog rug right now. We did the him rug. I got a Bubby rug from the Misadventures of Flapjack. Eels and escalator dice I've done before. It's all of everything is one of a kind. There is no competition, respectfully. And I'm like, I'm really trying to be humble. Like I am humble, but I'm like, respectfully, there's no competition because there's nobody I'm trying to get ideas from. It's like they just keep coming to me. And like I've never seen like this. You can see from the execution. this has never been done before. You know what I mean? So who's eating sticks? Wait, what? A purse? I could. You have to send me an idea of how you would want that executed. Dee Dee from Dexter already had that thought. Respectfully. Like I was already thinking, I'm like, damn, what yarn do I got right now? I wanted to do a Dexter one first, but it'd be like a cool combo to do two of them. This is a microphone. The Cash App is confidential goods. So if you want to support, it helps with supplies. It helps with maintaining my business because I do have like a brick and mortar. We have an office as well. Um, I have an office, like I go in and out of it. It's really by appointment and all of that. But I have it there because I don't want my rugs to be in the basement, and I don't, I make a lot of fiber arts, and when you leave stuff in the basement, it has a smell to it. So I'm not at the office as much, but I still take appointments and things like that. But I'm using it for like during these winter months when you know there is no markets going on. I can't keep bringing my stuff out. What's up? Oh, I'm hitting her. Anyway, so I'm making a barrel bag, but if there's any commissions or things like that you want me to do, send me a message. Send me an email so then if there's a reference image you want to send me, it can all be sent. Because like TikTok, they won't let you send like photos and stuff like that, but like, send me an email. Shop confidential goods at gmail.com. So I see what you're saying. Robert, we gotta chill with that. Otherwise, I have to just do it like a timeout. Because I seen the other posts that are being held for review. We're gonna be making a barrel bag. I'm in the middle of doing a lot of things. I'm gonna be making a Naruto rug. My friend um is gonna commission me. So today I think I'm gonna need to go to the craft store after school. No, I don't like racial stereotype stuff either. Everything is, if they still let you keep your about page, I think they got rid of the about page on YouTube, but I already had all of that stuff listed. So I'm just winding up this bow, not bow, ribbon. Bro, it's really discouraging to want to shop at craft stores. So all of the crafts that you've seen me do has been made with mostly supplies I already have. Um, Like my last real big shopping trip was in like January of this year. And I haven't really gone to the store buying, I would say over like $40 of anything. I really try to keep it cheap with my trips and being mindful and really been on using my yarn. So all of these projects I did, all of these rugs and stuff, it was made with yarn I mostly already had. I did have to buy more pink for the hem rug over there, but yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna finish this. I want to put a felt thing on the back to make this back look a little nicer, and I'm gonna make a bow. I was thinking, my husband said just do one bow with this ribbon, one little bow I do at the bottom. Otherwise, I was like, what if I did like two? One here, one here. But I want to have this wreath available. I will be able to vend this Saturday. So I'm going to be at, oh, I'm sorry if I'm on the microphone. I'm going to be at Ope Brewing. I can't say that word. Ope Brewery. What is the time? 11 to 4 p.m. this Saturday at Ope Brewing. Um, they're in West Dallas. So if you want to catch this is gonna be my last market of 2025. Shake your dress, shake your dress. Crazy. I'm not about to shake my dreads. That's why I got them in a squash. I'm protecting them. I need to wash my locks this week. We got the new dandruff bar. Okay. Y'all tell me if you notice a difference. I'm probably just gonna get lighter because that's what light skins do in the winter. Like, there was a TikTok about like this girl in the like, when the sun shines on you in the car looking like nice and caramel, like as a black person would look. And then when the winter months come, they all looked washed out. I'm like, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that to happen. Okay. So, you want to catch me last market of the year? I'll be in West Dallas this Saturday. But you can come see me in person. I encourage y'all to come to my office. Come stop by the office, book a Reiki session, or just browse and check out the stuff I've got. The website is confidentialgoods.com. And my inventory is up to date in person. So we got a lot of fun stuff. Let me try to hold on to my sheesh. I did not grab anything. I don't know what I was getting ready to do. I want to finish up the white low key, so I'm going to start with white. Ooh, almost lost it. You see how I wanted to slip? It was trying to slip out of Sean's hands. Oh, it did. Did that shit for real slip? Ooh, you son of a gun. I'm doing good. How are you? We're making a purse. I'm going to switch the angle. Switching up the angles. Yeah, I said it. Wouldn't that be with the left? Oh, shut the. Oh, ain't no hurry, but let her know I read it though. Says she ready though. Anyway, so we were talking about getting the vitamin D and how like light skinned people look washed out in the winter. So I'm like, I'm just waiting for that. I'm not sickly. I just need vitamin D. But I've been trying out the Korean skincare. So this is today. I don't crochet. But I will be teaching myself. Everyone asks me, crochet? I do punch needling and tufting and and embroidery. I really hate this shit. This is gonna be a situation. Cause where the heck did you fall, bro? My threader has been trying to give out on me, and I really don't want to get stabbed today. Would prefer not to do that. That would be like a 0 out of 10 experience to get stabbed with this wire because it actually hurts. And they need to do something better about making them. The tufting gun has like a plastic handle. This has like this little paper tab, and if you use I think I've gone through two or three of these this year. These cheap little tabs. This little paper thing will fall off eventually, and then the ends are exposed and you can stab yourself, and it's a 0 out of 10 experience feeling that. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm doing punch needling. I'm going to teach myself how to crochet though. I'm going to be crocheting the handle of this bag. So, how can I zoom out for y'all without disrupting my operation? You can kind of see. So, the flowers right here, I work from the back and this is what it looks like from the front. It's going to be a soft, plush barrel purse. And that's what I said. I told the girls, I told y'all, you're not ready for the purse. When the purse, I have purse. If you know these references, there's lore on this channel. If you know the references I'm saying, I have purse. Okay? Y'all not ready for the purse. I gotta go to the yarn store today. So I'm debating. I need to buy yarn for a project, but do I stock up on yarn as well? That's always like the hardest because I'm like, I don't want to spend money. I don't know. I still haven't decided on the lining of this bag. If I'm gonna do felt, or I thought about doing blue jeans and stitching blue jeans for the inside of this purse. That would be fun. I don't know. Yes, punching is like really fun. I don't have a whole lot of projects over here out. They're still in my car. I said I did a market last Saturday in a snowstorm, bro. Y'all really showed out, so I really appreciate y'all for stopping by my table during a damn snowstorm. Cause this is my slow season. I have one more market this Saturday, then I'm done. All of my punch needling stuff to show you is in my car because I'm like, I'm not gonna take this out and then put it back in. I'm not about to do that. The game of doing like a order or something, or like, you know, you're or getting yarn for a project. Just shopping for that, and you'd be like, oh, because like I always think this to myself. If you do this for a living, or even a passion, I feel like you always need to have your basic colors in stock. And my basic colors, which I can make any project out of, is always having black and white. Um, that's why it was easy for me to start this project. I had a lot of black and white. Right now I'm just outlining the bag. I'm gonna go square by square. I'm outlining this square. You better relax, Mr. Scissors. And then I slowly start to fill it in. So I'm like, this is where we'll be a little chatty. But we take rugs to the next level. I've made rugs into dice, into like little pouches. I've made rugs from mirrors. Rug you can hang on the wall. I feel like I'm missing something. I made a rug into a pillow. If I didn't say that. I like just designing stuff, you know? You know? I don't think I'll ever let that go. My friend used to talk like that, you know? But she was being funny when she would say it. That I used to work with, you know? All right, I filled the square. And now I'm just reinforcing it. I tried to make the design pretty simple. Not some crazy curves and all of that jazz. But you know, some punch needle. I don't know where it originated from. I do punch needling, yarn painting, tufting, embroidery. in like digital art. So all of the designs, not this one, I knew I could get a visual from my head and it would be easy to transfer from my head to, physical material because nothing needed to be mirrored. But for my more complex projects like the hem rug or something like that, I needed for that. Ooh, don't like that. I needed to have something to trace. I don't even know what this is. It's very forgiving, and if you make an oopsie, you can just pop your stitch. Oh, it's in this stitching. You work backwards, and then on the other side is what the actual this. What is this? What I'm doing? You work backwards, so I would do a lot of words. I like putting words on my rugs. So I always need to mirror it. If you don't mirror it, then the words are going to show up backwards. I'm going to just snake in now that I've kind of got it going on. I actually have no idea how long this is going to take me to do. I don't know if I'm going to finish it this year. That sounds crazy to say because I just got a commission to do a 2 by 3 foot rug. I'm going to be making that Naruto rug. So we're going to go back to my bigger frame, and that's why I always have a canvas stretch. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. I ain't traced nothing on it either. I didn't get to that point because I'm like, I'm the type of person. So I want this channel to be helpful for people, stretch, for people who are creative, to stay on track with your stuff and don't overwhelm yourself with a million projects at once. So I'm like nearly done with this reef. This reef was like a side quest that I was working on. This was like the main thing I was gonna do. So I was only working on these two things, right? And now I got a commission to do this rug. Um, so I'm gonna trace. It's already stretched. My canvas is already stretched on my other frame. I just need to trace it. I'm gonna stop at the craft store and get some more yarn. But now that will become my priority for the next lives. You'll see. That's gonna be the main thing because um they wanted to have it in the time for their birthday, but their birthday is really soon. It's like next week. So I said I'm gonna try for Christmas, have things all squared away. So whenever I get a commission, that is my priority. I will drop this purse. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have this purse done by this year, and give all of my energy to the frame. Now, if it's at night, I may work on this. This is like a quiet time craft. What is a quiet time craft? So that's why I'm always switching my mediums because I can create different things in different environments, I suppose. Quiet time crafts started when my son was little and he was taking naps still. And wanted to still work on something, but not have like the tufting gun going or the cricket going, which I actually need to do. That's going to be a day in itself. I need to fire up my cricket so I can make more labels. I make all of my labels and things myself, um, all of the branding. And that takes, you're going to laugh. The last time I did this was like maybe 2 years ago. And I just used an entire vinyl sheet, like just comparing it to a copy piece of paper, how big a copy piece of paper is, a little less than that. And I just wrote the word confidential goods, 2 inches. And it took my Cricut like an hour to cut confidential goods however many times, like on a standard sheet of paper, just about that size. So I need to fire up the Cricut. That's another task. Like I could be doing that now, but I'm not planning for that. Today is like this week is too much for me. It started off as a lot. It's just been too much. And I'm like, I'm not trying to multitask like that. I'm not in the headspace. But Anyway, I feel like I'm getting off task. I created quiet time projects. So like embroidery is something I can work on quietly. And I'll only have about two projects going. I'll have like a loud project and then a quiet time project. So now my loud project would be starting this new commission, but I could work on this purse at night, depending on where my energy is. Because, well, last night I worked, but the other two nights, it's just, I'm tired. So the time here in the live is where I hold myself accountable and I work on my art. And that's why everything you see on this channel, I have finished. Everything I said I'm going to do, I did. Just do it, my nigga. I just did. And then it kind of gives me a better idea and a blueprint. Because niggas want to say, you was not the blueprint in the stuff I be doing. Not even with just my art. Niggas was trying to, somebody tried to come in the live and say, you were not the pioneer. I opened the youngest black owned yoga studio in Wisconsin. My goal has always been to make wellness accessible and affordable. I've worked in like areas where they really be price gouging. And when I called them out, they got mad at me. I'm like, bro, you trying to say you're giving these niggas a deal. They're paying $200 a week for a membership. Is that what they're doing? This was in 2019. Hearing prices like this. Maybe now that's normal, but yeah, when I first started out, obviously I've increased my prices. With the first studio, if you go back to my page, I had classes for fucking $8. Cause I'm like, yo, and the areas around me, they were already at $15, $25. I'm like, look, I just want to fill the space with some people that just genuinely want community and just want to be able to practice. Hey, you're not awkward to talk to because like the setting that this facility set is all welcoming. You ever walk into a facility, maybe I might be speaking to my minority friends. You ever walk into a facility and you just don't feel welcome? Everybody looking at you like, damn, I just wanted to go take a yoga class or whatever you came in there to do. You could go into a restaurant. Why everybody turn their head and start looking at you? Oh, I must not be welcome here. That's what the first thing I wanted to eliminate about coming into the wellness, or starting a wellness business. Because when I was little, not little, y'all have seen me on here since I was 19 years old when I first started teaching yoga. I would always get the question, you the yoga teacher? I actually got the question Monday. I was teaching a class and they're like, you look like you could be 17. I I guess. I have no idea. Thank you. But I was 19. I'd be setting up my yoga mat in front of the class. And then, like, these older white women would come up to me and they'd be like, are you the teacher? I'd be like, yeah, well, welcome. You're like, you can tell it's like almost a microaggression, bro. And then people be like, well, you just taking it to heart or you just being too woke about it. My energy can feel I'm so empathetic. I feel other people's energy. I can feel like when you're being sincere or if you're being a little condescending about it, you know? So, really trying to diminish that type of energy in the spaces I create. I want everybody to feel like, "Oh yeah, I'm welcome up in here." I don't know where that point came from, but we got in the discussion. I was talking about art, about quiet time crafts and all that, but I don't know where that came from. Mm, as long as there's not a gap, it's really hard working on white yarn. with a basically white canvas. And this shit is like, I don't know, it's kind of loose. All right, this white is actually money go longer, money go faster. This has been putting in work. I still got a lot. After I've run out of that ball, I just have an entire skein, like of white. I think that's the last white skein I have. You know what's my least favorite thing? Well, that my threader fell. But I hate businesses that you have to go on a specific day to get that sale. I don't like that. So I started with my craft business. This is just a sidebar. Whenever I do like a sale or some type of promotion, it's for the entire month. So people have time to prepare and plan, like, I want to actually shop or I want to actually support. When people do like these flash sales and stuff, corporations can do it because, they're just greedy. And that's why I don't like it. But like on Tuesdays is when you get 50% off, buy one, get one half off yarn or something. Like, I'm like, okay, well, my schedule doesn't fit and I can only make it to the store Wednesday. I don't like it when stores do that. Well, you'll just never get the sale. Yeah, that makes me not want to shop here. And this is funny. So my friend shared on Facebook, um, Victoria's Secret is selling that little plush dog. Weren't they like $18 max or like $12.50 if I recall when they had them little dogs at Victoria's Secret, or they came free with like an order over $50 or something like that, right? Now they want to charge $40 for the little plush dog. I don't know if they're making them bigger, but I'm like, if you want a plush dog, just message me. I could actually make you a fun one. Because that would be fun to make like a plush from a rug. I laid this brick by brick, stitch by stitch. What time is it? We cruising. This shit is really trying to slide, bro. We're gonna put these scissors, they're in the way. Money coming in, I ain't worry about the next nigga. Bricks came in. They got a new back door on the yoga studio I'm about to be teaching at. It's gonna be nice to be back in South Milwaukee because that's where my first studio was, that whole journey. Um, but it's fun, like I came back like the last few years with my craft business and it's really fun. Like that's like the most heartwarming thing when people be like, I remember you from this market. I remember you last year. Or I remember you had like the fun da 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 da. That means like so much to me. Um Remembering me and coming back to just say hi at my tables and stuff like that. I got earring, like I still remember that it was this cool girl who had double nose rings like me too. She had like two silver ones. And she came back to my table. I remember you from the flip side market and I got your earrings. I was just seeing if I wore them. I just remember the whole conversation so vividly. She's that means a lot. We're not even halfway. Whoa, oh, we're not even halfway. Wow, oh, what the fuck going on? Take my hand. We're gonna build a square. Whoa, oh, a lemon and a pear. Look at this. I'm not even halfway with my square. You wanna know something insane? No, this was from Joann's. I think I got this from Joann's a while. No, yes, years ago. Because that's when I was making my little Christmas tree. I've been slowly building my holiday collection. So now I'm doing a wreath, but I had like little embroidered ornaments I made one year, but I don't do holiday markets. See, walk with me. Um, I'll make some stuff here and there, and then like maybe one year I'm just ready to do an entire holiday market setup or something, because it's really interesting. I made 2023 must have been a good year. Oh, this ribbon was selling. We're never gonna see this price again. $1.99 for ribbon. They said Michaels is charging like $17 or something crazy. Anyway, why I say 2023 must have been a good year. That's when I was really self-study, learning how to do all of these crafts. Um, I made those rug flower mirrors for the wall, and I sold all of them this year. It's 2025, 2 years. And so forever saying like, keep making your art. And then I literally have 2 hoops left. And I think I made them in like 23 and 24. The bulk of my hoops. Greetings, hello, welcome. And I only have 2 embroidery hoops. I sold one last Saturday. I wasn't even expecting it. It's just one I always set out. It was a hot air balloon. If you remember when I embroidered a hot air balloon on an upcycled t-shirt, and I added like clouds and stuff to it, and the inspiration was up. So when people get my art, the little innuendo, the I guess the inspiration to what made the art come to life, it's really cool. And I had that hoop and I just set it up every time. And now it's gone. And they're like, I got this because it reminds me of the movie Up. I'm like, exactly. Like my son loves watching the movie Up. He'll put on Up and he likes Wreck-It Ralph. I got this balanced on my table. But I do feel more confident about this market. I have less stuff. Like this week I'm not even planning to make anything. Maybe besides the reef would be like the one thing extra I bring, but I don't have time to restock more coasters, so it is what it is. I have hats, but all of the hats now have hooks. So there'll still be, I'll have like extra hats, but Just trying to plan for the weather. I don't like moving crazy amounts of stuff in when it's cold. So that's why I usually stop in the fall at the latest. But I told myself, let me just try the winter. And then we'll count up how many markets I did this year. I should have looked at it yesterday. I've been keeping track of the markets I go to and taking notes. Oh, it was very windy, so I wouldn't do this next time. Or this was the fee and this is my profits, etc. Like, stuff like that. I signed up for the market. I saw it at this time. I signed up for it at this time and the market was this time. So I don't miss like the booth reserving window, when you can reserve your booth if you see the ad too late. We're already full of vendors, yada, yada, yada. You know, so I can keep that in mind for next year. So I've been making like a little spreadsheet of that. What the hell? So welcome to the live, everybody. The sale this month is 10% off all of my denim. So all of my custom jeans and custom jean jackets are on sale. Check them out. You can shop them at confidentialgoods.com. I am in Wisconsin and our shop is in Mequon. For pickup, you can shop and order online but select pickup in store. Otherwise, I ship priority and I either use USPS for the priority mailers. I try to support the USPS. Or if you get something bigger like one of my rugs, I use UPS. And I ship to the States. We'll see how much stuff I get done this winter. Winter is the time I prep and make a lot of art for the markets in the springtime. This year was pretty good. I did markets pretty much full time. It was very much so up and down, very inconsistent, and now it's very slow. But it gives me a better idea to do better next year. And I'm also just being very conscious of the markets I do. Learning, which I already knew. I'm like, I can't bring myself to pay $100 for a market. Thank you for the likes. I can't bring myself to do that. And the crowds are not even promised to do that. You look at one of my last long videos I did, one of the most recent was my worst market. I paid $95. I asked for a refund. They put me in a very inaccessible spot. So people in wheelchairs, could not get to my art or get to my booth at all. I missed out on a lot of potential clients. So that's the only time I asked for a refund. So they overbooked the vendors. They were just trying to squeeze us. They said we were going to be outdoors. I already told this story. They said we were going to be outdoors. I'm thinking I'm going to be on the street. I have a setup for a street. so people walking by can find me. And they just had a bunch of resellers. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Don't even say makers. Because ain't nobody made these band t-shirts, bro. You just brought this shirt and you're going to upsell it for an insane amount. And you haven't even changed anything on it. They put all of the reselling shirt people outside, inside mixed with makers. And then when I was supposed to be outside, they just a few days prior told me I was going to be in a beer garden. So, you know, they have the outdoor patio seating or whatever. 6 people should not have been out there. That garden was too small to try to fit 6 people out there. You should have had the food people, like maybe 2, 3 food vendors in the backyard patio area. But then the people who asked to be outside were actually on the street and not tucked away, you know? So that's why I did not like that market. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not about to pay all this money. And you literally stuck me behind the wheelchair ramp so people cannot, they coming down, they can't spin the wheelchair to turn to see what I got going on, you know? What time is it? 9:11. Well, we'll at least try to finish this square because I can see I need to stand up or something. Check emails, send emails. I'm locked in, y'all. I'm just trying to focus up. I also have not been able to get back into needle felting. That is what there's been some needle felting projects I've been wanting to do. And I usually wait around this time of the year to try something new because it's slow anyway. But I haven't had a chance to do it last year. We'll see about this year. I'll probably have like the shell of the purse done, I feel, by the end of this year. Because then the remainder, I'm just going to be teaching myself how to crochet. Get your ass over here. Crazy planning for what? I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, now it's almost done. This shit keeps trying to slip. I forgot what I was planning. If you remember those yoga pants I was wearing with the flowers, I have like 2 renditions of that. I need to get more. That's the problem. Yeah, it was very bad planning. That like releasing that to the people who paid you each $95. I was pissed off with that. I'm gonna be in a garden. Okay. And if you reserved an outdoor seating or spot, you will be able to arrive earlier. I don't remember the time. You'll be able to arrive here earlier so you can set up. I had to set up a tent, you know, all of that stuff under these damn twinkly lights. They didn't plan for the clearance of people's tents. I have a 10-foot by 10-foot tent. It's from ABC Canopy. That tent, it does like a super point at the top. And you know how they got the string lights going from fence to the actual building? My tent was hitting that. They immediately, this is how crazy people are. They immediately, soon as I submitted the request for a refund, I'm sitting at my booth. What's the problem? Like they came over like a couple minutes later. You thinking about leaving? I'm like, I already had enough. I'm like, bro, everybody will look over the wheelchair ramp, but not be able to go in. I can't make sales from people just looking over and not actually in my booth to talk to them. You know what I mean? And I don't want to have to do that because, you know, people like to shop on their own accord. Why don't you come on in? And then you'll have somebody shine, no, I'm okay. And then you miss an order, you know, or sale. Somebody to look at your stuff. You really needed like, it came in total 40 vendors, which already was a lot. You needed like $3,000 to do advertisement. At most, you could have used $50 because they were advertising it on Facebook. And that would have reached at least 10,000 people. But $50 already a lot. And then you have 40 other people that should be advertising it. If you want to have 40 vendors, that was crazy. I'm almost done. Oh, but the light, for an update if anybody was curious, the light actually works nice. I brought that fill light home. The craft room is going to look slightly different with not all of my props just out on the floor. What the hell? All right. That was off of one strand. I had a start point, I had an end point, and I didn't have to keep picking up and going. So, see. 9:17. I'm going to finish this roll up. Look how much I have left. So I kind of want to go to like this small square right here and just see how far it takes me. If I can do an outline, that would be nice. I think it'll be enough for an outline. But I just want to use this up. I just don't want to use you up, use you up. I'm too old if y'all don't know that song. Cause my body's calling for a stretch break, baby. Come on, don't get jiggy with me. Relax. Come on. No. Relax. All right, we did a trace. Ooh, trying to get spicy. We did one trace around, and I like to go around one more time to reinforce the perimeter. What if this is enough for 2 perimeters? I think it will be. I'd like to make more mouse pads. That's the ideas of the yarn I have on hand projects I've been trying to think of. Because if I want to do a large rug, I'm going to have to buy a lot of yarn. Now hang on, we're just making this. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. We're racing against the clock, Chet. Dun 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 dun. Hang on. Come on. We almost there. Don't give up on me. Wow. Like, what is with these gorilla jumps it's trying to take? Small humps. It's trying to jump all over the board. Chill. It'll pop a stitch and then make one extra long. That's not what I'm looking for, cuz. Let's try to snake it back. Hell no. My stomach growling. I'm trying to hurry. Because after this, I'm going to stop. Come on, come on, come on. Actually, almost got to the W. Here we go. We're almost out. I have no idea where I should just punch this out. Let's just try to make it to the edge. That's it. All right. Oh no. And my starting strand. She my scrap queen. All right. I need to stand up. This is what I did. I did this square and I started this one until it ran out. What's up? Been a minute. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you? Everything's cracking. I'm gonna show y'all the front. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Everybody. I got leggings under here. It is no joke weather. And it's just gonna get colder. So I'm making a purse. I have purse. The purse, bro. Y'all not ready for the purse. It's gonna be black and white checkered squares or whatever. And then the sides are gonna be these little circles with the flowers. It's gonna be a barrel shape. So it's just black, white. That's what the B and the W are. That's a project I've been working on. Let me see. Okay, cool. My friend just cash apped me, so I'm gonna be starting a rug. It's $9.25. I might as well trace the rug. Or should I wait until the evening? I have no idea. I might wait until the evening because I got pee. So I'm making a purse on this canvas. And then, like, this is the white. This is all the black and white I have. And we're going to see if we can play chicken and finish the rest of all of that with this. Otherwise, I might buy like another. I have this too. I have this black. This is a rug I finished. Check out my rugs, y'all. Been under a rock learning to knit. This is the other canvas where I'm going to be starting my friend's commission. This is about 2 by 3 feet. Yarn chicken, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Let me show you. I played yarn chicken and I finished this rug. We finished the hem rug. So this is my last project I finished. I made a rug. Where is it? Where is it? My tags. Confidential goods. Dun. Dun 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 dun. I finished it. I'm on my tippy toes. I'm him. So this one, I'm trying to push my hip out so you can read it. This one's on my website. It's non-slip. I got non-slip backing. So y'all can see that. I'm sorry, I'm excited and I'm probably over the microphone. His entire body was done by hand. I had exactly enough of the bubblegum pink or of the skirt and the neck collar. Okay? And then I had exactly enough for his shirt and claws. That was extreme yarn chicken, okay? Those two colors I was going to run out of. They are Big Twist and Joann's clothes. Big Twist is the brand of yarn that they carried. And all of my yarn is Big Twist. So it's been really interesting seeing the projects I can finish being creative playing yarn chicken. Cause like, bro, the skirt was scaring me. We did the skirt. I think when we got to his head collar thing, I was like, oh shit. I did that off camera. Like, I hope this is enough. I do miss Joanne's. So his body was done by hand and I did this color pink with the machine. It's from Powerpuff Girls. So I'll bring this to my shop. What if I brought this to my market? I'm like, should I bring this? Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't bring my larger rugs to table markets because I'm like, I don't know what people are actually going to spend. And I don't want to short myself, because I have all of my big rugs are at my office. I have too many paintings from my son too. figure out what to do with all of this mess. But that was my last project I finished. Thank you. I started a reef kind of as a side quest project. I'm gonna have to cut the fuzzies, I'm gonna add some bows to it. Yeah, if it'll end good or not, because if it don't, then I have to pluck all of that or frog the people be saying you gotta frog it. I have to pull it all out. But I made it work. I glued it down and it ain't going nowhere. Um, so yeah. We're gonna start on a new rug. There'll be more rug content probably tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get it traced tonight. My son's gonna be jumping around. Otherwise, I can close my windows and see if I can do it quick, but I have to do this because the image is sent on my phone. They texted me. I don't got it, the one that they wanted. I have to look for it. So we will be making a Naruto rug tomorrow. Tomorrow's already Thursday, bro. If you're local, pull up this Saturday. I'm going to be in West Dallas at the Ope Brewery, 11 to 4 p.m. Hoping for a good turnout. I'm going to be selling my hats. I make knitted hats with little pom-poms. My car coasters, my earrings, my buttons, keychains, and I have like the stuff you've seen from my last one. I have a few hoops left. I have a backpack and a tote. And if the reef is done in time, I'll do that. You love a Naruto. See, I have too many ideas. I have too many ideas. I've been wanting to do like some Dragon Ball Z rugs. Now I can do a Naruto rug. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna have some cool shit. Y'all not ready? Y'all not ready? The girlies are finally being able to see the purse. The purse is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have gold hardware. It's gonna be the zipper that matches the purse. Yeah, it's just not enough time. Oh, that one would be cool too. And Inuyasha, I've been thinking of doing a Danny Phantom one. Somebody was talking about Dexter and Dee Dee. I'm like, I want to do that too. I don't have any pink. I used all of my pink. I've been trying to be real resourceful with the yarn I already had making projects. And I did that for like fucking 12 months. So I'm very proud of myself. All of this yarn. I really ain't buy much of it, more yarn. But yeah. All of this is Big Twist pretty much. And then this box right here is I love that yarn or whatever from Joann's. I'm sorry, Hobby Lobby. But everything else is Big Twist. So I've been trying to just be resourceful, and I've been making punch needling uses less yarn, so I've been able to make a lot of projects with that. I got more yarn over here too. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Like and subscribe. You can support my art and visit confidentialgoods.com. I will be in person in West Allis this Saturday at the brewery. See, can't get any more yarn. So just try to be resourceful with it. Use up what you got. Um, y'all have a good day. I need to go check what's next on my to-do list. So I will see y'all tomorrow. I usually go live like 8 to 10. Otherwise you can catch me on Tickety Talk. I missed you, but I will see you next time. Bye.